Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to Real Living, and welcome if you're new. My name is Ashley, and today's video, I have a ton of cleaning motivation for you guys. There is so much going on. We have deep cleaning, we have basic cleaning, we have a little bit of everything. So come along with me, and let's get motivated, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So starting off, I just had a little bit of laundry that I needed to just get folded and put away for the kids. They were away at school while I was doing this, so I went ahead and folded both of their clothes and got them all put away for them. I wanted to get that done and out of the way because I knew that I had a lot going on that day when it comes to cleaning the kitchen. So I wanted to go ahead and get the kids' clothes washed, dried, and just get it put away, out of the way, get it done for them so that they didn't have to worry about it when they got home and they could just focus on their homework and stuff like that. So that's what I started off the day doing, was just getting the laundry out of the way. So now we are moving into the kitchen, and I have been wanting to clean my oven for about a week or so now, and I finally was able to get the time. So I wanted to get the kitchen clean, but I started off with the oven. Now, I don't necessarily use my oven that much, so it's really not that bad. But I wanted to go ahead and get it clean because it is relatively new. We've only had it for about a year now, so I want to keep up on it so that it doesn't get really, really bad. I know the oven that I had in the past, it was just awful, and I ended up having to clean it in with really, really harsh chemicals because it was so baked on and just so much over the years from previous owners and everything else, and it's just there was a lot of buildup. But since I have this new oven, I wanted to just keep it clean and just keep it up so that I don't have it overwhelming when it comes time to clean it. So I try to clean my oven at least maybe once every 1 to 2 months. It really depends on how often I use my oven. And like I said, I don't really use it that much. I more use the top of the stove and not so much the oven. But I definitely still do use it, and there still is spills. So I just ended up using the pink stuff and some Dawn power spray, and it worked awesome. The Dawn cut through the grease, and then the pink stuff got a lot of the built up stuff that was a little bit harder to get off. And then I just scrubbed it all and wiped it clean, and it really came out really good. This little oven here actually gets some of the most use because it's one of those quick meals, and we eat a lot of those for lunch and some of the nights where I just don't feel like cooking and stuff like that. And the kids know how to use this oven, so they tend to use it a lot when they're wanting snacks or certain things throughout the day, a lot during summer. So now that summer is over, I really had to get this cleaned and get it back together the way that it should be. But it was definitely a mess in there.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off, we've left the ground. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night. This summer night, this summer night. Sleeping in the back of a van, roaming in the wilderness. We don't ever need a plan. We'll be alright, just you and I. Singing from the top of our lungs, dancing by the lakeside. Gonna do it while we're young. In a moment it will all be gone. You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause
So I ended up taking a break after I got the ovens cleaned. I ended up having to stop because I had to go pick up the kids from the bus stop, and then I ended up helping them with their homework, and I had to do some grocery shopping and all of that. So I ended up going and picking up the groceries and bringing them home and getting the kitchen cleaned after that. So I put everything away and started cleaning the kitchen. I do try to clean my kitchen every night, but there are plenty of nights where I am just way too tired from the day and everything that's going on and all of that, especially here lately with the kids going back to school and having to kind of change up our schedule. So this ended up being a pretty late night, but it was definitely worth it because I love being able to wake up the next morning and not have to walk into my kitchen to make my coffee and see a mess or see stuff that I immediately know that I have to get done, and it's just ridiculous. So yes, I do try to get it done every night.
Wanna drive through the summer night, and when we are old and gray, we look back at this summer night, this summer night, this summer night, this summer night, this summer night. Someday we will look back, and our hearts will be whole again. I want to remember all that happened to us, 'cause I wanna drive through the summer night, and when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night, this summer night, this summer night. This summer night, this summer night, oh, this summer night.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving
So for this week's recipe, I went with a smothered chicken recipe. Now, my recipes are normally just giving you guys ideas to have for dinner. You don't necessarily have to follow my recipes or anything like that, because I do have a problem with not being able to fully explain my recipes, I'm sure, as good as you guys hope. But I do always try to list everything in the description below. All of my ingredients, all of my steps, and everything else. So all I did with this chicken is just season it up with your favorite seasonings. I used onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and some parsley. And you just sear it up on a hot pan. And you're not cooking it all the way through. You're just getting some color on both sides of the chicken and then putting it in a dish so that once it's done, you stack them all up. And then we'll cook some onions. You can add mushrooms to this as well. I personally do not like mushrooms. I do cook them pretty often for Joe and his dad, but I really don't care for mushrooms. So in this recipe, it's definitely a plus. It would really be good, and it would go very, very well with it. So if you want to add mushrooms to this, be my guest. By all means, go for it. But I just seared up some chicken, and then I cooked the onions in some butter and put them over top of the chicken, and then covered it in gravy. The gravy, I use just packets of gravy. I do tend to make my own gravy sometimes, so it all really depends on your preference. So once all the chicken's in there, and you layer the onions on top and then cover it with the gravy, and then you put it in the oven. I used 375 for about 35 minutes, and I served it alongside my garlic noodles. Now, my garlic noodles are super, super simple. They're just egg noodles, and you cook them according to package instructions. I like to heat up some butter on the stove, add some garlic to the butter, some salt, a little extra garlic powder, some parsley, some good stuff like that, a little bit of pepper, because that is going to season your pasta when it comes out. So once you drain your pasta, you put the butter on top of it, mix it together, and it is so good. And you can pair those noodles with literally anything. Pot roast, beef tips and gravy, all kinds of stuff. So I definitely love the garlic noodles. It's one of my favorite recipes.
This moment, can we stay forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever, forever, forever. I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking?
Moving into the living room, starting off with the fan, I needed to get it dusted. I know the blades of the fan really weren't too bad, but it definitely still needed to be cleaned and dusted and get that done. That's usually the first thing I try to do, because I do dust top to bottom, so the fan is always the first, and then I'll move on to the pictures on the walls and the counters, or not the counters, but the shelves and stuff like that. So I needed to get that done. It'd been about a week since the last time I got around to dusting. Sometimes it's a little bit harder because I do have other things that go on, and I just kind of forget about the dusting. I have a habit of just, if I don't see it, I don't think about it. And dust seems to be like that until I move something and then I realize there's, a different color because of the amount of dust that's around that object. So I needed to go ahead and get all of that done and just give everything a good wipe down and just at least get the surface dust off. I'll usually just spray my rag with Mrs. Meyer's, my multi-purpose cleaner, and just wipe everything down. I don't like to soak my rag or anything like that. But I would just give it a light spray and then just wipe everything down and top to bottom. So top of the shelves and then the middle and then the bottom. And I tend to think it helps keep it closer to the floor so that when I vacuum, I'm not pushing everything back up into the air. And I think it works pretty good. I know a lot of people agree, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you dust top to bottom, or do you just dust where you see? I mean, I know that I have learned a lot about cleaning throughout cleaning. As I've grown and learned how to do different things, especially watching YouTube, learning how to take things apart and clean them and all of that, it definitely helps. So drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think.
Stepped into my life, such a magic feeling when you tore down my walls. I wish I could go back to right before you told me I'd try to change it all. But look at us now, could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Strangers again. We're like strangers again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Again, I thought we'd never fall. Could have tried much harder. Now all we have are scars. You said we'd get so high, higher up than heaven. You said we'd reach the stars. But look at us now, could have gone so far. It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now, this is who we are. And I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Strangers again. We're like strangers again. I just know things will never be the same. We're like strangers again. Better get started. It's time to get my head up again. You said that you had to. I'll try to forget you. Just didn't think we'd end up this way. Like strangers again. Strangers again. Like strangers again.
So I just sprinkled some pet refresher on the carpet. I feel like it makes it smell so much better. I don't know if it necessarily works or anything like that, but I've kind of always used one, and I really like the smell of the stuff. It makes my carpet smell really good. So I just sprinkled some of that down, and I wanted to get this carpet really, really clean vacuum-wise. because I wanted to roll it up as far as I could so that I could at least mop most of underneath of it. I realized the last time that I took this rug out and cleaned it in the driveway, I realized just how bad underneath the rug got. So I wanted to roll it up, get it out of the way, and then give all of that floor area at least as much as I could get. I wanted to give it all a really good clean and mop.
Oh, I know things will never be the same. We're strangers again. We're strangers again. We're strangers again.
I told myself that maybe he ain't worth it. Too bad I hate advice. 'Cause out of sight and out of mind is perfect. It's so hard to decide. Oh, I know he got me good in his pocket. I know that I'm just a treat. Well, the taste is bitter. Oh, go on, chewing my bones, and when he's done, he's spitting me out. I just can't help myself. One for the pain, no hesitation. Took us again, nothing can save us, yeah. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be free for the night, all in or nothing. Not gonna stop, dance till the morning light. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be around you. He looks at me like I know what he's thinking, but I don't have a clue. True talent in avoiding conversation, yeah. It's almost rather cruel. Oh, I know he got me good in his pocket. I know that I'm just a treat. Well, the taste is bitter. Oh, go on, chewing my bones, and when he's done, he's spitting me out. I just can't help myself. One for the pain, no hesitation. Took us again, nothing can save us, yeah. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be free for the night, all in or nothing. Not gonna stop, dance till the morning light. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be around you. Share my lipstick, taste my breath, and love me like you love a pack of smokes in the morning. Share my lipstick, taste my breath, and love me like you love a pack of smokes in the morning. One for the pain, no hesitation. Took us again, nothing can save us, yeah. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be free for the night, all in or nothing. Not gonna stop, dance till the morning light. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be around you. I just wanna be around you.
The hallway really wasn't too bad. I just wanted to give everything a good wipe down, especially the chair moldings. Those tend to grab a little bit more dust than anything else. and the floors. The floors are always the worst in this hallway. It tends to build up pretty quickly because it is a very high traffic area. On one side we have my daughter's room, on the other side we have our room, and that door straight ahead goes out to the backyard. So it tends to get a lot more traffic than the other hallway. So this hallway tends to build up a little bit more dust and dirt than the rest of it.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while.
And now we have my laundry room. Now, I usually clean my laundry room probably once a month. I'll give it a really, really good clean. I try to wipe down my washer and dryer pretty often, usually weekly, if not every 2 weeks. But I had just recently mowed the yard. If you've seen my video on Wednesday, you saw that I got the yard mowed. And this washroom does not have a door, or the windows. They're always open because it gets so hot in here. So, it tends to build up pretty good on top of the washer and dryer. I do use the tops of the washer and dryer, so I can't really put like a cover or anything like that over top of it. So they tend to get pretty dusty, and I needed to get those clean. And I also wanted to get the inside of my washing machine cleaned as well. I do use little tablets that I'm going to link in the description below. They are active tablets, and they are a cleaning tablet for your washing machine's self-clean cycle. I know a lot of washing machines nowadays, these new ones, they tend to get this weird smell on the inside of them if they aren't cleaned all the time, or I don't know what it is, some kind of buildup. And these little tablets help refresh and clean your washing machine on its regular clean cycle. All you do is put one tablet in by itself with nothing else, and set your washing machine for a clean cycle, and it will clean it and make it smell so good. But those were the main things, other than vacuuming the carpet and getting the laundry put in the house. The main thing that I wanted to get done in this laundry room was the washer and dryer.
So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Just watch me breaking out, you're falling into me.
I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it gave you some kind of motivation. I know there was a bunch of deep cleaning and lots of just basic cleaning, but I hope you got some motivation out of it. And just recently I put a post onto YouTube and asked you guys about fall decorating. I asked you, do you like to decorate as soon as possible, or do you wait until September? So about 80% of you said to wait until December, or September, not December, but September. So in maybe 2 weeks, I am going to start my fall decorating. I don't know if it's going to be next week or the week following, but it's going to be soon. I don't have a ton, but it's still going to be fun. I hope you leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys hopefully Wednesday, but if not, on Saturday. So I thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.